What really happened? HYBE ready to take a shocking step for Taehyung and Jungkook. A move that could change K-pop history is being cooked up behind closed doors. A credible internal source leaked information that HYBE, the giant agency that has raised BTS, is holding a series of emergency executive-level meetings to discuss the future of its two most popular members, Taehyung V and Jungkook. This is no ordinary meeting. It's a strategic decision-making forum that will determine the new direction of their careers. Is this a signal that a new era is beginning, or a sign of the cracks in the unity that has been the foundation of BTS? Why are only Taehyung and Jungkook the focus? That question sparked widespread speculation among fans and industry observers. Both have been known as global magnets with outstanding solo achievements, even while BTS is on hiatus due to mandatory military service. However, the fact that HYBE specifically held a closed-door meeting discussing only the two of them, without including the overall group context, raises suspicion. Will HYBE permanently separate them from the BTS entity? According to information circulating among Korean entertainment journalists, the meeting covered crucial topics such as evaluating long-term exclusive contracts, individual artistic directions, the potential formation of sublabels, and plans for global brand repositioning. There's even a strong suspicion that HYBE is considering decentralizing the management of BTS members into more flexible and independent units. This means, for the first time in BTS history, we could see two of its members no longer fully tied to the collective group brand, but standing as separate business and artistic entities. Taehyung and Jungkook have indeed shown signs of independence since early 2024. Jungkook, for example, surprised many by releasing a global-scale solo album and conducting a transcontinental promotional tour, something no other BTS member did while they began their military service. Meanwhile, Taehyung, although more reserved, is rumored to have rejected several major collaboration offers prepared by HYBE because he felt they didn't align with his artistic vision. He is said to be more interested in projects that offer greater musical and artistic experimentation. All these indications make HYBE's move seem like a strategic response to a new reality, that the individual power of these two artists may have surpassed their collective power within the group. Does this mean a shift in artist management values in the post-BTS era? Or is HYBE trying to expand its business model by making Taehyung and Jungkook the main players in its global growth strategy? Concrete signs are also starting to emerge from the administrative side. Korean business media reported that two new brand names, bighit and Junk Universe, have been registered as official trademarks, complete with copyright documentation, e-commerce expansion plans, and exclusive product licenses. This is not a small step. It's the legal foundation for the launch of independent personal brands. In the highly structured K-pop industry, this almost always precedes the launch of a full-fledged solo career. Inevitably, this information sparked a major upheaval in the fan community. Hashtags like #VDYT, #JunkUniverse, and others dominated global trending topics. Many fans believe HYBE is not transparent in taking such a big step, especially since BTS has always been marketed as a symbol of inseparable solidarity and brotherhood. Feelings of betrayal are starting to emerge, especially as rumors of disagreements between creative staff and HYBE management also spread. Reports from local Korean media mention internal conflict between Jungkook's solo album production team and HYBE executives. Jungkook's team reportedly rejected the album concept, which was considered too commercial and generic, contradicting Jungkook's more personal and expressive musical approach. Taehyung was also not spared from the same issue. He is said to be disappointed with the marketing approach, which he felt overly emphasized the aesthetic side of his works. In addition to artistic conflicts, a major restructuring also occurred within HYBE management. Several senior creative directors who previously handled BTS are reportedly replaced by a new team focused on the globalization and digitalization of brands. Many interpret this as an indication that HYBE is now more focused on optimizing the individual potential of artists for the sake of global market expansion, rather than maintaining the traditional group structure. The situation intensified when HYBE decided to postpone the official announcement of the BTS post-military roadmap, which was initially scheduled for the second quarter of 2025. This postponement strengthens the suspicion that the company's internal is experiencing major tug-of-war over the group's future direction. Some analysts even link this internal turmoil to the sharp fluctuations in HYBE's stock price on the Korean stock market. Major investors are starting to restructure their portfolios, reflecting concerns that major changes in BTS's structure will impact the company's revenue. All this brings us to a fundamental question: who is actually directing this narrative? Did HYBE deliberately leak this information as a form of market testing to see the public's reaction before making a final decision? Or is this part of a planned crisis communication strategy to prepare the public for controversial decisions? Undeniably, this issue has created a heated public opinion battleground. Some welcome this move as a form of artistic liberation for Taehyung and Jungkook. However, many also believe that HYBE has violated the fundamental values that have been the identity of BTS: unity and solidarity. There is a deep sense of disappointment from some fans who feel that the BTS story is being diverted into a purely business narrative without considering the emotional bonds that have been formed over the years. Amidst all this complexity, we must return to the main principle in responding to information: healthy skepticism. The K-pop world is now not only an entertainment industry, but also an ecosystem of business, cultural politics, and social media algorithm games. Who benefits from the spread of this information? Is this just a spontaneous reaction from within the company, or part of a carefully calculated plan to shape public narratives? HYBE has yet to make an official statement. However, public pressure continues to mount. If it's true that a statement video from the executives will be released soon, then it will be the most decisive moment in the history of this company, perhaps even in the history of the modern K-pop industry. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: the future of Taehyung and Jungkook is no longer just their own, but also belongs to the millions of hearts they have touched around the world. This change will be a benchmark, not only for HYBE, but also for all entertainment entities that want to survive amidst the increasingly inevitable flow of cultural globalization. But now, let's pause and honestly ask ourselves, is all this really real? Are we witnessing a major transformation in the history of the K-pop industry? Or is this just a cleverly engineered narrative to attract global public attention so easily triggered by rumors and drama? These questions are not merely rhetorical. They are an important foundation in dealing with the increasingly intense, complex, and manipulative flow of information. Is it true that HYBE is preparing a silent farewell between Taehyung and Jungkook from BTS? Or could this just be part of a sophisticated marketing strategy designed to test the market, create a sensation, and strengthen fandom loyalty through emotional shocks? A skeptical attitude does not mean we reject all information, but demands a higher standard of what we consume. We need to ask, has this been verified by an official source? Did this statement really come from the relevant party? Are there hidden motives behind its spread? Because if not, we risk becoming part of the spread of hoaxes, or even, unconsciously, becoming agents of dangerous sensationalism. We are not telling you to fully believe or reject the content of this article. We just want to invite you to think, analyze, and evaluate. Is this really real news that deserves to be responded to with fanfare? Or is this just a contemporary play performed on the stage of social media? Because in the end, what matters most is not just what is reported, but how you choose to respond to it. Thank you for